Imagine a bomber so stealthy it can fly straight into the skies of Beijing or Moscow, and no one even knows it's there. A weapon so advanced, so secretive, that it could decide the outcome of the next world war before the first missile is ever launched. This isn't science fiction. This is the B-21 Raider, America's brand new stealth bomber. But here's the real question. Is this futuristic aircraft the weapon that will guarantee U.S. dominance for the next 50 years? Or just another trillion-dollar gamble in an era where drones and hypersonics may change everything? Today, we're going deep into the story of the B-21 Raider, the technology, the debates, the controversies, and why some military experts say this bomber might be the single most important weapon of the 21st century. For decades, America's air power has been defined by three legendary bombers. The B-52 Stratofortress, a Cold War relic that first flew in the 1950s and is somehow still flying today. The B-1 Lancer, built in the 1980s for speed and long-range nuclear strikes. And of course, the B-2 Spirit, the flying-wing stealth bomber unveiled in the 1990s that terrified adversaries with its radar invisibility, but time has caught up. The B-52 is ancient, older than the pilots flying it. The B-1 has been pushed to the breaking point in Middle Eastern wars. The B-2, while still formidable, is outrageously expensive to maintain. And here's the truth. If war broke out tomorrow with China or Russia, these bombers would struggle to survive against modern air defense networks like the Russian S-400 or China's HQ-9. America needed something new. Something that could strike deep into enemy territory and come back alive. That's where the B-21 Raider enters the story. The B-21 didn't appear overnight. In 2015, the U.S. Air Force quietly awarded Northrop Grumman the contract to design the long-range strike bomber, a program shrouded in secrecy. Even its name, B-21 Raider, was chosen with symbolism. It honors the Doolittle Raiders, the World War II airmen who launched a daring surprise attack on Tokyo in 1942. Just like them, the B-21 is built for missions deep behind enemy lines, where survival depends on stealth and surprise. From day one, almost everything about the program has been classified. Even today, only glimpses of the aircraft have been shown. The first unveiling in December 2022 was like something out of a sci-fi movie. Dim lights, dramatic music, and a shape that looked both futuristic and familiar, echoing the silhouette of the B-2, but sleeker, sharper, deadlier. So, what makes the B-21 different? One word: stealth. The B-2 Spirit was a revolution in the 1990s, but radar technology has evolved. Adversaries like China and Russia now operate sophisticated detection systems that could compromise even the Spirit. The B-21 is designed to stay ahead of those threats. Its flying wing shape minimizes radar reflections from all angles. The jet uses new radar-absorbing materials and coatings that are lighter, stronger, and easier to maintain than the B-2's fragile skin. Its engine intakes and exhausts are carefully shaped to hide heat signatures, making it nearly invisible to infrared detection. And here's the kicker. The B-21 is designed with an open systems architecture. That means new stealth technologies can be added as radar evolves, keeping it relevant for decades. In short, the Raider isn't just another stealth bomber. It's stealth designed for the radar of the 2030s, 2040s, and beyond. The B-21 isn't just about sneaking past radar. It's about what happens once it gets inside enemy airspace. This bomber can carry both nuclear and conventional weapons. That means gravity bombs like the B-61 nuclear bomb, long-range nuclear cruise missiles, precision-guided munitions like JDAM is for conventional strikes, and in the future, possibly hypersonic weapons. But here's where things get even more interesting. Pentagon Insider suggests the B-21 may serve as a quarterback for future drone swarms. Imagine the Raider flying deep into enemy territory, releasing stealth drones to jam radars, drop bombs, or even act as decoys, all while the bomber stays hidden. That changes the game entirely. Instead of just being a bomber, the B-21 could become a command and control mothership for unmanned systems. Here's where things get controversial. The B-21 is advertised as affordable stealth. At around $700 million per aircraft, it's far cheaper than the $2 billion price tag of the B-2. But let's be real, when you factor in research, development, and long-term sustainment, the overall program could easily cost hundreds of billions of dollars. Critics in Washington ask, is this really the best use of taxpayer money? Some argue that in a future dominated by hypersonic missiles and cheap drones, investing in a fleet of manned bombers is outdated. Others point to America's ballooning defense budget already over $800 billion annually, and wonder how much more the Pentagon can spend before taxpayers push back. But supporters fire back with a chilling reminder: if America doesn't build the B-21, China and Russia will have the upper hand. And in a world where deterrence is everything, the cost of not building the Raider could be far greater. Let's talk strategy. China is building the world's largest navy and rapidly expanding its air force. Its anti-access, area-denial strategy layer defenses of missiles, radars, and fighters is specifically designed to keep U.S. forces out of the Pacific. If China ever moved on Taiwan, getting American bombers close enough to strike would be almost impossible. Unless you had something like the B-21. Russia, meanwhile, continues to threaten Europe with nuclear saber-rattling. Its S-400 and S-500 air defense systems are among the most advanced in the world. Moscow knows that stopping America's bombers is key to survival in any future conflict. The B-21 Raider is designed to shatter that defense, to go where no bomber has gone before, to hold targets at risk in Beijing, Moscow, or anywhere else on Earth. And that's why both China and Russia are scrambling to develop counters, new radars, new fighters, new ways to find the Raider before it strikes. Here's where the debate gets unsettling. The B-21 is being designed with the ability to integrate artificial intelligence. We're not just talking autopilot. We're talking about potential AI co-pilots that could help the bomber evade threats, control drones, and even make split-second targeting decisions. And that raises an uncomfortable question. How much control should machines have over nuclear weapons? The Pentagon insists humans will always remain in the loop, but as AI technology advances, the line between human and machine decision-making could blur. Some experts warn this could make future wars faster, deadlier, and harder to stop once they begin. The B-21 Raider isn't just a bomber. It's a preview of what AI-driven warfare could look like. The Raider's unveiling in 2022 was dramatic, but it wasn't the whole story. As of now, the B-21 is still undergoing test flights and evaluations. The Air Force hopes to have it operational by the mid-2020s, with a fleet of at least 100 bombers. Some estimates suggest the real number could be closer to 150 or even to 100 if budgets allow. But skeptics warn that delays are inevitable. The history of U.S. bomber programs is filled with cost overruns and setbacks. The question is, will the B-21 arrive in time to matter? Especially as tensions with China grow hotter by the year. So, is the B-21 Raider worth it? On one hand, it's expensive, risky, and raises ethical debates about AI and nuclear war. On the other, it might be the ultimate insurance policy, the only bomber capable of surviving modern defenses and guaranteeing America can strike back in any scenario. To supporters, the Raider is not just a weapon, it's a message. A reminder to America's adversaries that no matter how strong their defenses become, there will always be a way in. To critics, it's a dangerous gamble, a bet that stealth bombers will remain relevant in an age of hypersonics, satellites, and drone swarms. But one thing is certain, the B-21 Raider is not just another aircraft, it's the future of American air power. Invisible, unstoppable, and built for a war that everyone hopes will never come. So what do you think? Is the B-21 Raider the smartest investment America has ever made, or an outdated relic in the making? Will it actually deter China and Russia? Or will the next war be fought with weapons we can't even imagine yet? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, this isn't just about planes, it's about the future of war itself.